of like a carpal,
Sorry.
it's more like a carpal tunnel type of issue, where the nerve is getting entrapped, and then plus with your previous injury, there's probably unusual scar tissue that's developed.
No, the other
So
hand. It's the opposite hand.
what hand? So was the right hand that got injured?
So my right thumb is the one that got injured, and this is in my left hand.
So are you maybe favoring or using your left hand more then?
Now the and I well, you got to realize that this all happened before I hurt my hand. Um, Oddly enough, and being a righty and everything, and all the athletics that I do also participate in, it's very odd that my left hand is much, I shouldn't say much stronger, but very noticeably stronger than my right hand.
Okay.
So now whether, and I don't know whether it's because I stabilize many of the whatever with the tools and everything with my left and I grip harder with my left, I don't know.
Okay.
That could be the possibility why it is the way it is, but um,
Yeah, because usually the hand symptoms are in the hand that is the quote unquote dominant or stronger hand.
yeah,
So even though you might be right-handed, in other words, you play sports with your right hand or you eat with your right hand, like you said, if you're stabilizing tools or projects and doing more gripping with your left, that's kind of turned into your power hand.
yeah.
So, okay. So I, the treatment is really the same. Um, were you ever given any carpal tunnel type of stretches? Does any of that sound familiar?
Sure, I have. I've done so many kind of things, but I went to an acupuncture guy for a long time. I worked with him. Thank God for COVID because I would just go there. We were off a lot, and I would go there. I'd see him for a while, 2, 3 times a week. I'd have treatment done on my hand and stuff before I realized what my issue was the diabetes. So,
Again, I don't know if it's really related to the diabetes. Diabetes could make things worse,
yeah,
uh, but it's not typical presentation in the hand or the wrist. So,
I so now I understand what, but it's I've got first of all, there's no pain. It's there's nothing. It's not in the wrist. It's just the hand itself where you could feel the tingling and the numbness. And like I said before, I was treated and got my numbers down. Like I said, I'd wake up and it would be a claw where I couldn't even open my hand, and
mhm,
that would last for an entire day. And then same thing with my eyes. When I went blind in my eyes, it would be for a day, and then it would subside.
okay.
And so I don't know.
So is it in the fifth and fourth finger, or is it the thumb or the middle fingers? Which fingers feel numb?
It's just a tingling right now. All five,
Okay,
all five.
okay,
It doesn't favor one or the other. I could just feel it coming on or whatever.
okay. So do you remember the stretches that they told you to do?
Oh, sure, I've got them. I've got the sheet by my favorite chair with my puppy.
Okay. So if you can try to start doing those again 2 or 3 times a day, that should help out.
Yeah, and it's
Um,
and it's not every day. It just it's like before. It just comes and goes.
yeah, so if you can try to maybe get ahead of it by doing the stretches every day,
Yeah,
that should kind of alleviate things and alleviate potentially some of the pressure around the nerve. The good thing is that the sensory nerves are the ones that are kind of affected first. So that's kind of like the canary in the coal mine.
yeah.
So if you get ahead of it, then the motor nerves most likely will not be affected. So it's kind of telling you to, pay attention a little bit.
Well, can I pay attention for just 4 more years and then that'll be it?
But
Just
you
four
don't want
more?
to, you don't, you don't want to affect your golf game, right?
I sure don't. I did it in Arizona the last trip, and I played awfully dang well, especially for
So,
not stopped playing for 2 years.
so that's motivation for you to make sure you keep up with it so you
Yeah,
continue to play well.
yeah. We're gonna try.
Cool. Very cool.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, yeah, no worries. No worries. That was easy.
It's painless, easy and painless, right?
Exactly. Exactly. Exactly.
So I do have a hard one though, Dr. Phillip. A friend of mine called me. Um, she got diagnosed with lupus.
Hmm.
Um, her therapist is saying that the lupus caused schizophrenia in her. And maybe that's the reason why she has schizophrenia now, but that they never really diagnosed her with the lupus in that. Is that, I really, I don't know. I told her, I was like, she's like, does that make sense? I was like, it doesn't, but I can ask Dr. Phillip. So I've
Yeah.
never heard of anything like that. She says that the lupus starts attacking the brain, it starts attacking different parts of the body. Is that true, Dr. Phillip?
So it can affect different parts of the body, but I've never heard it causing schizophrenia. Um, how old is this individual?
Um, 40, I think 43, 44, 43.
Yeah,
And that's never been in the well, she's never had that in her life, basically. They barely diagnosed her with schizophrenia probably 4 or 5 years ago.
yeah, that sounds unusual. Um, so lupus is an autoimmune issue. Autoimmune issues are usually related to the diet or the environment. So, and we've talked about this on and off
Mhm.
about gut health and gut dysbiosis and leaky gut and all that. So once you get the immune system kind of dialed in and you get the gut healthy, now you're not going to have as many pro-inflammatory things potentially causing issues. And those pro-inflammatory things can cause nerve, more specifically, neuron and endocrine imbalances in the brain. That's one thing. And the second thing is if she's on any medications, that can throw off all the balances in the brain as they try to slam the brain into one kind of chemical pathway. So, um, yeah, the first thing is to address the immune system.
Immune system. Okay.
Yeah. So I'd be willing to bet that she's probably on some pretty hardcore medications.
I'm not sure what kind of medications.
Yeah,
She was asking me, and I was like, I don't know. I would have to ask Dr. Phillip. Like, well, that doesn't make sense to me.
yeah,
Personally, I told her, I was like, it actually doesn't make sense at all.
no,
That she's telling you that. Like, it really doesn't make sense. I go, but I can ask Dr. Phillip. I go, you know, he
yeah.
would have more of the answers than what I would. So
You're on the right path. Um, has she had any issues with acid reflux or GERD or stomach issues that you know of?
he does.
Okay.
Mhm.
Because that's another sad thing. I just read a study today um, that there's an increased incidence in all-cause dementia in people that are on um, what are called PPI, which are proton pump inhibitors. So things like Prilosec, Pepcid, Nexium, all those um, for long term. They're originally were designed to be taken for a couple weeks, but because mainstream medicine physicians don't have time to address the underlying gut issues, they end up keeping patients on them for years. And now that um, they have these long-term studies, because PPIs have been around for 2 decades, so now they have these long-term studies, and they're found out that um, the, if I remember correctly, the all-cause incident risk is something like 25-fold. I mean, it's a huge increased risk of all-cause dementia. Um, Now, schizophrenia isn't necessarily a dementia, um, but some of the all-cause dementia things could be quasi schizophrenia like because they relate to the abnormal chemical imbalances in the brain. So if she's had GI issues, then most likely correcting the gut would really be huge.
I'll let her know then.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so that that may be another thing that we just have to kind of spend more time on is gut health and
Oh,
making sure people are doing the right thing, or at least if they're not doing the right thing, they're at least avoiding some bad things. Um, the nice thing is that everything that you espouse or talk about for a diabetic diet is pretty much gut healthy and gut friendly. So that's good.
okay.
Um, yeah, but there are some other things that could be specifically added on for people that have gut health issues.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Um, so, for example, kombucha. It's a nice fermented beverage. You can buy it anywhere. It's pretty inexpensive. Drinking that on a daily basis helps out. Um, Correcting the pH, in other words, the acid balance in the stomach, um, by taking just a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar helps out. And there's even kind of like a gut healthy detox brand. I think it's from Mrs. Bragg, if I'm not mistaken, where it has the base is apple cider vinegar. It has a little bit of cayenne, a little bit of turmeric in it. Um, it actually doesn't taste too bad. Um,
I
our
make my own mixture, Dr. Phillip.
Yeah, yeah, you can do that, and it's dirt cheap. You can start off with just the apple cider vinegar um, and make your own. Um, our our church is gearing up for a 2-week fast on Sunday, so I started doing this earlier in the week, and like you said, I did my own with apple cider vinegar, fresh squeezed organic lemon juice. Um, I cheated a little bit with lemon stevia just to make it taste a little bit sweeter. So I've been doing that every day. So yeah.
Yeah, I did that this morning too. I
Mhm.
normally do it in the morning with the apple cider vinegar and lemon. And then I'll put a little bit of cayenne, if I want to have that little kick in there. I'll do the cayenne.
Yeah, so the cayenne not only gives like you said that little bit of a kick, but it's also an anti-inflammatory that along with turmeric helps out. Plus, just for spiciness, it helps out. So I mean, it takes it better. So yeah, awesome, good deal. Well,
Alice on. How are you doing, Alice?
she's being shy.
I'm
Alice
trying. I'm
Cheyenne
trying.
thinks so.
I thought I wasn't on. I thought I was on mute. I'm looking for the what to call. I'm trying to multitask here. How's everyone doing?
We're
Good.
doing well. We're doing well.
What team is that behind you?
So I was on a previous Zoom call with some people from Chicago.
Okay,
So
that looks like it. Yep.
yeah, so that's actually I was on the sidelines at the University of Illinois game. So
Oh wow.
it's a picture from a U of I game when they were
Oh,
playing San Diego State at it used to be called Qualcomm Stadium. I'm not sure what it's called now. It seems like they're changing stadium names every other year. But yeah, plenty.
oh, I
Yeah.
see. Oh wow.
So
Well, if you're asking how I'm doing, I started exercising. I went
good.
to the gym today, and I cursed my trainer out. So
That's a good start.
yeah, he had me doing squats and lifting 10-pound weights and pulling this doggone rope. And I told him, and then doing sit-ups on a ball that I thought I was gonna roll over. I told him I'm already a ball, so why are you trying to make me lay on a ball? So, but it was a really good workout. It really was. The only thing is I took my pill before I left because I was asleep. And then they called me. They're like, well, you're supposed to be here at 9 o'clock. I'm like, well, what time is it? 8:30. Then give me to 9 o'clock, then call me at 9 o'clock. That's what you need to do. So, but I got up and went on, and I took my shape and burn pill. I had a cup of coffee, and I put my I've been taking collagen. So I've been putting the collagen in there because you don't taste it at all. And then I took my shape and burn pill. I was gonna eat before I left, but someone said just go ahead and go. So I did, and I took my water. But I got really, really dizzy when I got through with the second set of pulling that doggone rope thing. So felt like I had to throw up. So he made me stop. He didn't have to make me stop because I was gonna stop anyway. But he made me stop. It's not funny, Giovanna. So
No, I know it's not funny, but you probably didn't have enough water.
So
yeah,
it's a combination of water and being in ketosis because you're overnight your body has pretty much used up all the glucose, which is
yes,
the easy energy that your body and muscles like to use. So once you burn through that and the glycogen that's stored in your liver, now your body has to convert fat into energy, and that's a hard process. And it's that conversion that can make you kind of lightheaded or dizzy. Uh,
yeah,
so um, you have one of two choices. Um,
okay,
you kind of gut through it, and your body will eventually get used to it. It may take a couple of days or a week. Um, or you have a little bit of something that's somewhat carbohydrate-like, but that's just gonna kind of ruin your whole ketosis thing. So if you can gut through it and don't get dizzy, that would be the best thing. And
You-
like Toby
But
said,
you know what,
it's water.
Dr. Phil, I think what made it worse was I went into the what is the hot room called?
Oh, the sauna?
The sauna. I went into the sauna and I sat in there. I swear, I was in there for 2 minutes, and them ladies was laughing. I'm like, I gotta get the hell out of here because it is really hot. I'm about to pass out on this hot ass floor because it was so hot in there. Dr. Phillip, but it's not funny.
You should hear how you sound, Alex.
But
You are,
it was really hot in there. I mean, it was too hot. I'm like, oh my God. She said, you have to get used to it. I'm like, I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't.
yeah,
No. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
yeah,
I'm gonna go
you're,
back
yeah,
for a
yeah,
minute and then come out. I'll just stand up and just leave right back out. So I think that's what made me dizzy and oh, that room was so hot. My poor water bottle was warm when I left out of there.
yeah, and that'll definitely make it dizzy because your blood vessels dilate, uh,
Mm-hmm.
so your blood pressure could drop, and until your heart rate kind of picks up to compensate for that. Yeah, so that makes sense.
But
Yeah,
Dr. Phil, if I go like I'm going in the morning, so I'm not gonna give up. I'm gonna go in the morning, but should I drink my shake before? Because I thought I was supposed to drink the shake after I come back from exercise.
after. Yeah, if you can make it through exercise, that will
Mm-hmm.
tremendously help you out with burning fat and accelerating your metabolism.
All
And
right, so still take my pill in the morning because I only take one.
Hmm.
I took two the other day, and I felt like I felt like somebody gave me drugs. I swear, all day. I felt like somebody gave me no, for real. I felt like somebody
Yeah,
gave me
no,
drugs.
I understand. I understand. So just yeah, just take the one. That's all you
Yeah,
need.
yeah. I
Yeah,
take it in the morning, first thing in the morning before I eat anything, and then I'll go do the gym, and then I come back and do my shake.
yeah.
So
And like Jovi said, make sure you're getting in a tall glass of water, like 10,
before,
12, 15 ounces.
before you head out, yeah.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah. You want to
okay.
hydrate before you exercise.
You said
And
I want to drink,
Water.
of course, water.
Just want to be clear.
Dr. Phil, like I know you, Alice. Water. That's so funny. Oh
Dr.
my God.
Phil, should she also add a little bit of Himalayan salt to the water? Like, so do one bottle of water like before she heads out, and then have some Himalayan salt on the other one. So when she's working out, she doesn't dehydrate, and there's some electrolytes in there for her.
I mean, you can. It's not going to hurt anything. I put it in my shake every morning, so it's not going to hurt anything.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Well, tomorrow I will be taking my shape and burn, and I can still have my coffee in the morning, right? Before I leave.
Sure,
Okay.
sure.
Have my coffee with
Hmm.
my collagen in it. And then when I come back, I'll do the shake.
Hmm.
So,
That's fine.
all right. So that's the end for me, Dr. Phil. I've been doing well though.
Cool. Very cool. That's exciting.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you.
You proud of me?
Yes, you're working out in the mornings and you actually have a personal trainer, so good.
Oh no, I don't have a person. I'm not paying him. No, that was just a free one for today. I do my own thing. He wants to charge me $198 for a month for a week. Are you crazy? Who pays that? No. Mm-mm.
That's how much it is.
Yeah, no, I won't be doing that. I won't be Jovi. I can't do that. I told him, I said, because they sit you down at the desk. I'm like, no. I said, I have Dr. Phil and I have Jovi, so that is enough headache as it is. Okay. So no, no. Mm-mm.
Don't worry, I'll
For
get
real.
you in line.
Yeah, I know. Between you and Dr. Phil, y'all work me to death. So I just need you two. Y'all are the love of my life right now. Okay.
Good.
Who loves you, baby?
Right.
That's right. That's right, Dr. Phil. Who loves you, baby? That's right.
You
Oh
got
my
my
God.
word, Dr. Phillip. That's what I say.
All right. Everybody so quiet. Where everybody at?
They're all muted.
They're all
I-
muted.
Oh. Oh, I see Teresa and Martha and Jim and Sarah. Hello, people.
Hi, Alice. How are you doing?
I am good. How are you, Miss Martha?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much.
Well, I don't see
Just,
your lovely face. Okay, I see your eyes now. There you go.
yeah, just keeping busy, enjoying the summer.
Hey, Sarah. There goes Sarah. No.
I always forget that I'm muted. I'm sorry.
No worries. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Thank you.
Awesome.
I'm not retaining that much water anymore.
Good deal.
And I went to the doctor again and lose no weight no more, but I feel like my clothes is getting, loose a little bit. So yeah, I'm noticing the difference. And I guess people notice because they're like, what are you doing? Oh my gosh. And I'm like, nothing. I mean, not nothing, but it's you're not gonna stop and tell everybody you're doing something, So some people just are nosy, they want to know. But uh, I talked to my doctor about the Santo Mist,
Okay. And
and she said, "What is it?" So I told her, because I told her what happened to my niece, and she's
okay.
like, "Oh my gosh, I want to know what that is." I said, "Well, I'll bring it next time I see you." I said, "But you can research it, and I gave her the name.
Awesome.
I said, it's a miracle. I said, if you want it for other patients you want to recommend it, you just can give me a call and I connect you with the right people. I said, because this is a really a miracle for me.
Very good.
And a lot of people that go there, they have walkers and everything like me.
Mhm.
And I said, all I gotta do now work is on the weight because my knees are carrying the weight so they hurt because it's normal. But I know, but to move and to do what they're supposed to do, no. Like when I get up and stuff, I can get up. Now, right now it's raining here, and they're hurting me like crazy because the moisture. Oh my gosh! But and I wonder maybe I need to take like 3 sprays on each cheek because since I hurt so much. But I said no. I'm just I gotta put up with the pain, and that's about it. Right now, I'm just waiting because I know it's a process and I have to go through the process.
Mhm.
I just want things to speed up, but I guess it's better slow than fast and then regret it later. So
Exactly. Because the slow changes are the lifestyle changes. Those are the ones that you can continue. And those are the ones that are going to be the most impactful. So yeah, good
and
job.
yeah, and in sugars, like when I went there, my sugar was 136. So I mean, it was nothing high.
Hmm.
I'm using a lot less insulin. So I mean,
Very good.
yeah. So I mean, it's improving. Improvement is there.
Good. Very
So
good.
I mean, it might be small steps, but it's happening.
Yeah. Congratulations. That's awesome.
Yes, sir.
Very good. Very good.
How are you? We miss you.
I know, right?
I'm doing well. Yeah. So last week, there's this event in Reno called Hot August Nights where they have 5,500 classic cars come into town, and they have various venues where the cars are shown. So what we did was a couple times we were at a merchandise booth selling T-shirts and hats and things like that. And then they have this lounge type area for people that get reserved seats next to the sound stage. And then we were serving them different types of snacks and drinks. So we heard Fog Hat, America, 38 Special, and War. So some of these bands are older than I am. But it was kind of fun hearing their music again. So it was all good.
But I'm glad to hear that you had a good time because, boy, sometimes it's just needed to have a good time.
So part of the quote unquote good time was just serving, because all the proceeds go towards the Boys and Girls Club. They also sponsor a couple of local schools, and they buy supplies for the schools or needed equipment that the school can't purchase. So that was the best thing. One night we got, I think it was $450 in tips that all go towards the charity. So it was nice just being able to serve and help out people. That was the coolest thing.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's outstanding. That's what Jovi and I was saying the other day. You know, serving is such a joy. You know,
It
when
is.
you serve, I mean, you can do a lot of things. You can go in a trip, you can go to the movies, you can go to dinner, you can go to the park, have a picnic, whatever. But when you serving, at the end of the day, it's such a joy. Your heart is so full. And it's just, you feel like you have done something, and it's just so awesome to serve. It's nothing like serving.
Right. You're
I don't
absolutely
care
right.
if it's just giving napkins or whatever, you know,
Mhm,
whatever. I don't care what it is.
mhm.
It's just awesome to be able just to say hi, welcome today, or whatever. It's just awesome to serve.
Yeah,
Hospitality is key.
yeah. And that's Gay's gift. Gay's gift is hospitality. And serving people and making people feel comfortable. So she was waiting tables, which was fabulous because she was running back and forth. She was engaging with the people. It was fabulous to see her shine like that. That was pretty cool.
That's cool.
But tell her we say congratulations and may God bless her 100-fold.
I would do that. Thank you.
Jovi, may
Yeah.
God bless you 100-fold too.
Oh, same to you, Sarah.
I know every one of us has a goal to serve in one way or the other.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, that's in the scripture, right?
yes.
I forgot if it's Corinthians or Colossians, one of those C ones, where you're supposed to work not unto man, but unto the Lord. I'm really bad with titles, but it's either Colossians or Corinthians. Do you remember that one, Sarah?
I do, and let me see, I'll see if I find it for you.
But it's something like no matter what you do not do it as if you are working unto man, but as if you are working unto the Lord. Something like that. So the fine line, being a bartender, was making sure that they didn't drink too much so that they got drunk, but they drank enough so they gave more tips.
How it normally is, Dr. Pope.
Yeah.
That's how it normally is.
Yeah.
Make them like nice and good and
Mhm.
hold them up.
It's Colossians 3:23.
There you go.
If you have your Bible there, maybe you can see it. I don't have mine in my hand.
Okay, hang on a second.
Let's see, Colossians 3 and 23.
Yeah, I can go to my other screen here. So this is from the NLT. Work willingly at whatever you do as though you were working for the Lord rather than for people. Yeah, you are spot on. Thanks, Sarah.
Yes, sir. Mine is the King James Version, and it say, and whatsoever ye do, do it heartily as to the Lord and not unto men.
Yeah, exactly. I always get all tongue twisted with the ye's and these of the King James.
Yeah, you know what? I think that when I become a Christian, that was the version that they presented to me,
Mhm.
and it stuck to me. So if I read like the New International Version or the New King James Version, it just doesn't feel like the same. You
Sure.
know, because I'm so used to that.
Yeah,
So it feels kind of strange to read another version.
sure, sure.
So,
Yeah,
you know.
that's the beautiful thing about the YouVersion Bible app is that you can read a scripture verse and then you can see how it's translated or transliterated, whatever that term is,
Mhm.
in various versions.
Yeah.
Me, me personally, I like the Amplified because it's such a rich kind of interpretation, if you will, of the scripture. Some people don't like it because it gets kind of long-winded, but I like the way it kind of expands and expounds on
Mhm.
scripture and the
But
verse.
the Amplified will be kind of like more like a study Bible per se.
Yeah, yeah, there you go. Hmm. Yeah, exactly.
That's the one
Interesting.
I've been using too. A little bit more of the amplified one.
Maybe I need to get one to see how it works.
You can just download it on your phone. Just go to
Oh,
your app store and look for YouVersion Bible app.
okay. Okay.
Yeah, it's free, and yeah,
Okay.
they even have it in Spanish too.
Oh,
So
well, that's great.
yeah, so you can share verses
Yeah.
in languages. Yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, Teresa, do you have any news for Dr. Phillip? I know you found your xanthomist.
Yep, that's the only news I got. Thank God I found it.
So
That's
where was
good.
you hiding?
In the 60 bags that I had in the back of the trunk.
Okay, good deal.
So I'll be able to use it tonight. And then this weekend I'm shaking, eating my shake all this weekend. I've been having kind of like a little upset tummy. I noticed when I eat meat, so I'm not gonna do no meat this weekend and see what happens.
Yeah, sometimes when people kind of change their diet and kind of detox a little bit, if they have a little bit more of a not an easily digestible protein, that can be a little bit of an issue. So yeah, it's not unheard of.
Yeah, it's beginning to be a regular with me. I've been noticing that when I don't eat it, I'm cool. And then like if I do it too much, my stomach and my throat is like, no, wait a minute now. That's how much baked chicken are you gonna eat?
Yeah.
Miss Teresa, you can call me when you get up at 5 o'clock in the morning when you don't feel your knees hurting or whatever is not going to be hurting. I want to hear about you. I don't care if it's 3 o'clock. Call me.
Right.
Oh, girl,
Because
don't
I
tell me
told
that because
Jovi,
I'll call you. You sure now? Because ask Alice, because I'm a stalker. When people say I can call, I'll be calling too, 3 o'clock in the morning.
yeah, because I called Jovi like that. I said, Jovi, are you asleep? Hurry up. I need to tell you something. I was so
Okay.
excited.
All
So
right, no
then
problem.
Jovi can text you my number. Oh, yes, I want to hear because I'm so excited. The doctor, when I told the doctor, because the doctor saw me with the walker and saw me how I was getting up and stuff, that it didn't take me no time to stand up or whatever. And her mouth just dropped. So I want to hear it because I know you're going to have some change. It just takes 2 sprays for you to notice the change. And I'm going to tell you, last night I didn't put it on. And this morning I sat on my chair. And when I tried to get up, I was like, oh Lord, I didn't do the mangosteen. So I had to go do it.
Okay, I'm gonna call you.
Good deal. That's exciting.
Right. That'll be good.
Mhm. So have you heard from anyone else, Jovi?
So Karen is still taking care of her brother.
Okay.
She couldn't jump on because she's in the hospital. Um, so he's detoxifying from that overdose of that medication. I know she hasn't had a chance to email you. She said she was going to email you like the list of what they have him on.
Okay.
Because she wants to get the what was it, the Cell-UV for him and the vitamins is
Okay.
what she's looking to get for him. But right now they're still, because they're trying to transfer him into like where they're doing exercises.
Okay. So like a rehab?
Yes. So
Okay.
they're doing that. So they're trying to get him into that place where it's a rehab where he can actually walk and all that. They
Good deal.
affected him that much. And I
Yeah.
had seen him last month and he was perfectly fine, Dr. Phil. Like he walked fine.
Mhm.
I didn't see anything like bad with him. But I guess it took a toll on him with so much medication
Yeah.
that he can't even like eat. He couldn't get off the bed or anything like that.
Wow. Okay.
So it was a lot like an extreme change in
Mhm.
his body.
Okay. Okay. What about the boys? Haven't heard about them in a while.
Freddie's doing well. He's gonna be in town next Friday.
Okay.
So I'll be with him and Tony and
Good.
also Fernando.
Hmm.
So he's coming into town. Tony is traveling a lot right now with work.
Mhm.
So I think he's in Alabama or I'm not sure where he's at right now. That
Okay.
he's in so many states. I lost track with him.
Mhm.
But he's doing good. Um, I told him about the xanthomist as well. So he's
Mhm.
interested in getting that. I told him about his numbers so I can look at them and we can look at them, I mean. And I told him, we want to see where you're at least to see what's the progress that you've been showing.
Okay.
Big Fernando, he had some medical issues, but he's taking the mangosteen and he's also having the CBD oil. But his was something else. I don't remember exactly the terminology of what happened, but he had to go. He had like a little lump
Hmm.
of something like in his back of his head,
Okay.
so they removed that, and that's why he was out there. But I don't think it's cancerous or anything. It was just like a ball of fat or something like that. That's what he said.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But other than that, they're doing pretty good. Freddie's doing well. So I know he'll be on Friday. I'll have him with the rest of the family.
Good deal. Is still playing tennis?
He's still playing tennis. He's traveling a lot. He was in Colorado last month with all of our family members.
Okay.
I couldn't make it to that one. It was too much. My sister came over here
Yeah.
and I had her here for a whole week.
Yeah.
And now I have him. He's gonna be in for like 2 weeks, I think. So
Good deal.
it's a lot of family time right now.
Yeah,
Even
no,
my
that's good.
manager's like, well, how many family members do you have? I'm like, a lot.
Good deal. So what did you do with your sister?
I took her horseback riding at Galena, not Illinois, Wisconsin. We
Okay.
did that. I took her shopping like around the little shops out there. And then I took her to work on Thursday. And then we had an event with Alice, a book signing event.
Okay.
And then Friday, I took her to Fernando's and we went to like a rooftop and we took pictures and stuff. The only thing was like it was lightning.
Oh,
All the girls' hairs were like sticking up.
wow.
And I was like, okay, that was a loud one. I think it's time for us to go down. Because there was like thunder and lightning, but it wasn't raining or anything until later on. It stormed a little bit when we were heading out. Mhm.
And you went horseback riding in Lake Geneva, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That one's
So you,
fun. I liked it. I think I want to do that a little bit more.
wow.
Yeah, I really, really like it. I know Jim was telling me about like horseback riding and stuff,
Mhm.
but I want to see if I don't know. I like it a lot. It's really peaceful for me. I really like it. It just like calms me and it's just like I don't know.
Very cool.
Like some peace comes to me when I'm horseback riding. And it goes fast because it was like it's 45 minutes, but
Mhm.
it was like my sister's like, that's it? I was like, that was 45 minutes.
Good deal.
hmm
And you said you walked around the shop, so that was around Lake Geneva?
hmm
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, they had cute little stuff. I went and got like little dress. She's like, get it. You need to get it. I was like, because I don't wear dresses, Dr. Phillip. It's
Mhm.
so I'm like, I'm trying to get there.
Good deal.
So baby steps. I told her baby steps. She's like,
I
okay.
hear you, Joby. I hear you, Joby, but you're gonna get there.
I know. I'll get there. I'll get there.
Well, that sounds like fun.
hmm It was fun.
So, next week, same time then, even though you're gonna have family in town?
Yeah,
Okay, very cool.
same time.
Good deal. So in the meantime, if something comes up, let me know. If there's any questions, let me know. And
Okay.
I'd be happy to help out.
Okay.
And Jim, if you need some help with stretches or something like that, let me know. And I can help you
Thanks,
out with
I will.
it.
Jim, I think there was one that we did with Freddie, the one with the hand. So
Yeah.
I'll send that one to you.
Okay,
That one works. So that's because you know how I always type at work, and I was getting like this little thing right here around my wrist, and that's helped out a lot with that one, with that like stretching that he did with the
yeah,
hand. So I'll send it to you too, just so you have alternatives as well.
okay, appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
I think I've got, yeah, I do. I do. Right after this, Jovi, I'll email you some stretches that I took a picture of.
Okay,
They should be self-explanatory.
okay.
And one of the medical assistants in the clinic actually translated it to Spanish for me. So,
Oh, really? Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool.
yeah. So I'll make sure I send this to you afterwards.
Okay.
Very cool. Okay, guys. Have a great weekend. Have
All right.
fun.
Thank
You
you.
too, Dr. Phil. Thank you so much.
You
Thank
too,
you.
Dr. Phil. We love you.
Dr. Phillip.
Thank you. I love you
All
too.
right,
Miss
Dr.
Martha.
Phil.
I'm gonna love you, Miss Martha. Miss
I love you
Teresa.
too. Thank you
Mr.
Bye-bye.
so much.
Jim.
Take care, everybody.
Jovi. I love you all.
Love you guys too. Have a good one.
Good night, Dr. John Boy. That's what we
Everybody
say.
have a good
All right, you guys have a good one.
Bye, Jovi.
All right,
Bye.
bye.
Bye.